going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 23 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we got another episode of MUT Mailbag for you, number 2 on the year. This is a video series where I answer all of your MUT 23 questions. Now, if you guys enjoy this video, if you like it, if it helps you out, make sure to go ahead and click that thumbs up button. Shows a lot of support on the channel, helps the videos get noticed. Also, if you're brand new here because you were searching around YouTube for MUT 23 content and you found my video, stay a while. Click that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on as well so you guys are alerted when we drop additional videos. Let's get right on into it. A lot of questions to answer. Thank you to everybody that submitted a question. And this won't be the last time we do this video, so if I don't get to your question, I apologize. Save it for the next episode. The goal here is to do at least one of these every single week, and we do have a playlist down below in the comment section as a pinned comment that's going to link you to all of the episodes. This is number 2 on the year. Let's jump right on into the questions and see what we got. So Louis says, love the content. Thank you. Thank all of you for watching these videos. I got burned by the BND items on the auction house. Do you think anything gets done as a make right? I would say yes. Be patient because I'm sure it's a lot to sort through for EA. If you have not contacted help.ea.com, and this goes for everybody, right? If you have problems with missing items and things of that nature, help.ea.com is always the place to go. Get a ticket put in so at least you got documentation on your error or you know what's going on basically. But I feel pretty confident you should get some type of make right once they get it all sorted out. As far as I know right now today, the auction house on the companion app selling items is still down, so they're probably still sorting through things. Next question, how do you feel about the All Madden promo and the Legend promo being 2 separate things? I find it kind of odd. As a longtime MUT player, I don't find it's odd. It's similar to the Bo Knows promo that we had last year. If you guys played a couple years ago, we had the 50 promo, which featured a lot of current day players and legends along with the Legend promo. So I think it's pretty similar to some things that we've seen. I think there was a top 100 promo a couple years ago as well. It's pretty similar to some of those types of promos that we've seen, so it doesn't really throw me off at all. And I'm sure guys who got these All Madden cards like Lawrence Taylor, Ronnie Lott, and whatnot, they're going to get another upgrade at some point before Ultimate Legends come out, and then Ultimate Legends would probably be their 3rd card of the year. Mark says, this is my first year playing Madden, so your videos really help me out. Well, I'm glad that I can provide that to you. However, I wanted to sell a strategy item on the auction house, but it didn't sell for some reason. I can't find this item in my binder anymore. How can I get this item back? I'm going to go ahead and say help.ea.com, and also just be sure that it actually didn't sell. Check your notifications tab in game. So if you don't know how to do that, I think it's the start button on Xbox. It's the big, start button on PlayStation here. But if you hit that, you have all of your notifications. You can go down to Ultimate Team. This shows you where basically all of your items sold and what for. So you can just be sure that it didn't sell. Maybe it was an oversight. A lot of times rewards don't pop, and when I mean rewards, even when you're selling cards. But yeah, help.ea.com is definitely the place to go. Sniper says, serious question here. When are we going to get Struggle Squad and Darius Slay? A lot of you might remember the Darius Slay video. I think it was MUT 21. Good times. Struggle Squad is definitely coming back this year. I've given up on it almost every year that I've created it, but this year's a lot different. I say that all the time. This is my first year being a full-time content creator. From the start of the game to the finish of the game, I have a lot more time to work on a lot more content, and we're going to start it a lot earlier this year. Normally, I think even last year I started it late October, September. Sometime in September, early September is going to be the first episode of Struggle Squad. So all of you that enjoy that series, you can definitely look forward to it. And I appreciate that you guys look forward to it because it's a fun series to make. Will the Headliners heroes from the first drop, i.e. Carson Wentz, be usable in the new sets later this week? If so, will those cards fall, rise, or stay the same in value? So I think they'll all pretty much stay the same. The answer is yes. We had a video a couple days ago when the Headliners content was revealed, and I am recording this before Headliners Part 2 comes out, so the content's already out by now, and we probably already know the answer to this for sure, but I feel pretty confident saying that yes, the older cards will go into those sets. Just remember, and I said this on the reveal video, whatever you put into those sets, you're getting back. So if you put a bunch of older cards in there expecting to get the new card as the champion, you would, but then the 5 cards that are returned to you, you're not going to get a fantasy pack where you get to pick the 5 you want. You're getting exactly back what you put in. So if you put 5 of the same player, you get 5 of that same player back. So don't make that mistake. I definitely did it. I don't want it to happen to you guys. Ross asks, what would you say is the cheapest way to build out the 89 overall all Madden players sets versus training reroll for the 82? I'm going to say at this point, and it's probably a tedious process, but if you wanted to snipe gold cards because of that brand new set that they just dropped yesterday, there is a set where you can put in lower overall golds to build out the 82s, and golds are a lot easier to snipe and get at lower prices than they should be. But it's going to take you forever because you got to build how many of those things? 28 82s, and each 82 has like 6 gold cards within the set. The rerolls is definitely not the move to go. The pack odds aren't that great on them. I mean, you might get lucky and get an 89 out of the reroll, but it's going to be more expensive training-wise. So sniping and building through the golds and even just, items in your binder that you might have aside from sniping is going to be the way to go. What do we do with BND cards like those from the starter packs, run and gun, when they are not needed anymore, sell for training? And that's pretty much yes. I mean, that's an easy answer, yes. Save them for something useful though. Like when I say save them for useful, like put the training to good use. Don't just quick sell them and then just open up, a random reroll pack. When you decide to get rid of these, and it's not a bad idea to hold a bunch of them and get rid of them all at the same time, it's going to make it feel a little bit better because you're going to see more training at once, but at least put that training to something useful. A good reroll, a time when there's an LTD in packs and rerolls would be a good option. But yeah, BND cards, you can't do anything with them but quick sell them. Let them sit in your binder or put them on your team. Stab says, I finally got a good team, that I feel I can compete with in head-to-head. What are some good offensive schemes? So I'm not your go-to guy for gameplay stuff. I mean, I can talk about gameplay, but asking me for all of my expertise on it, sometimes you want to go other routes. But I can tell you I'm in the Saints offensive playbook right now. If you like to pass the ball, I do a lot, and it's very good for me. The Detroit Lions playbook is very versatile. A lot of good formations in there. We did drop a video a couple days ago going over the best offensive schemes that you guys can be using out there. Of course, you can always just pick a playbook, type in Google, or not Google, but YouTube, Detroit Lions, Madden 23 playbook or ebook or scheme, and a lot of times there's other creators that are going to create content. And of course, I will use this opportunity to let you guys know about Huddle.gg. It is a ebook website. Now, 2 different things there. You can pay for a subscription. It's $9.95 a month. You don't have to commit for an entire year. You can try it out for 1 month. Right now, they only have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game plan, but they will be adding tons of stuff as the year goes on. So when you're subscribed, you're going to get access to all of that. But also, if you look at their website up at the top, they have a tips section, and this is a free tip, and they do one almost every day. And these types of things, even if it's something that's not in your specific playbook you're rocking, they're concepts that you guys can go check out. So definitely, bookmark Huddle.gg, and if you guys want to subscribe to the game plans that you're going to get, and they usually put out at least one every week or one every 2 weeks, down below in the comment section as a pinned comment, we will link you to a special link that I have with them. If you guys sign up, you can refer me, or I kind of referred you, you know what I mean? So, I rock the Saints offensive playbook right now. Brad says, I'm not much of an auction house sniper or a money spent team. Is there anything I can do to help boost my team when all my challenges and solo battles are complete, struggling for things to do early in the season? This is a common thing I've been hearing from a lot of people. And it kind of sounds like a complaint, and I totally get it, right? If you don't venture into online head-to-head gameplay, at this point, the game's only been out for a week. We're going to get more solos. There's going to be a lot more to do. I think some of you have to get outside of your comfort zone, right? If you've played all your solos, all your solo battles, and you're like, I don't know what to do, you might have to just venture into the online streets. Now, 2 things that I would say, maybe even 3. Number 1, head-to-head seasons won't be as sweaty as it used to be, because there's an all Madden season. A lot of the very good players are out there playing on all Madden, and that means the not so good players and the less good players are going to be on regular, so you might not struggle as much. Number 2, MUT drafts. You can always try out MUT drafts. You don't get to play with your team, but you can earn rewards, and you can either play against the CPU or you can play against other people. Competition skill-wise isn't always the greatest in that game mode. And number 3, try house rules. House rules is usually a little bit less sweaty, and it's another way to earn CP for your competitive competitive pass if you're trying to level that up. At currently, we got the Headliners program and the Headliners Field Pass, so you can get CP for that. So you got to get a little bit out of your comfort zone or start to try to snipe, right? Because that's something you can start to become a menu player as well and start to learn the market and make coins that way and build your squad that way. There's a lot of opportunity. I think a lot of things to do in MUT right now. Rich says, is it worth trading in cards to complete the first set? All right, let me read this again. Is it worth trading in cards? I'm reading bad. He's talking bad and not a complete sentence. To complete the set for an all 82 all Madden card, or worth to submit 28 82s for the all 89? So I think I kind of answered this one earlier. It's going to be cheaper to build out the 82s with gold cards and then, you know, take all those 82s and build the 89. Or you can buy all the 82s and build the 89 that way, but that's going to be more expensive. It's also going to be a lot less time consuming. So the cheaper way is the longer route. The more expensive way is going to be the faster route, which seems to be, you know, a lot of things in life, right? William says, when do you think, or do you think we will get Wildcard Wednesday with new Field Pass? Yes, so if you guys remember the MUT 22, and a lot of you maybe didn't even play it, Wildcard Wednesday and just weekly content in general didn't really start until like the third or fourth week, maybe even the second, but it's like the third or fourth week of the Madden 22 season. And right now, at this moment, we're only in week number 2. So Wildcard Wednesday is likely coming. We saw with a lot of those leaked pack animations, we saw veterans, heavyweights, flashbacks. So those things were coming, and hopefully they keep the same format of Wildcard Wednesday that they did last year, because I think that was absolutely perfect, other than maybe some way to make up solos, because if you miss a star or two, you're kind of screwed. I don't know how they're going to incorporate it into the Field Pass, but Wildcard Wednesday is definitely coming. Matthew says, do you think we are getting the trade block back anytime soon? My buddy and I traded to try out each other's players, and now we're stuck in limbo and can't sell. So yes, the big reason, if you guys were unaware that the trade block went away, is because there was some type of duplication glitch where if you had the card on PlayStation 4 and 5 and something to do with the trade block, you could literally like duplicate your card. And there are coin sellers that were doing this, and, you know, people just, you know, being scummy about the game, and they had to disable the trade block because of that. So once they get that all sorted out, it should be back. It's kind of tough that you guys are stuck with each other's cards now. Hopefully you got the better card than him or something, but yeah, it should be fixed eventually. What challenges should I do after team captains? I think the best order, once you get the game, you know, you got the Joe Burrow solos that they give you right away. Team captains for sure. Then I would go to all Madden solos, because those were a lot easier than the headliners, and then I would do headliners after that. And then after that, you know, focus on solo battles and jumping into online gameplay. Mitchell says, is it possible to change the time for when daily challenges reset? If so, how do I change the time of daily challenges? You cannot. So that's something that's global for everybody. I did get this question on Twitter recently as well, so it's good to point out dailies reset at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So content typically drops, and like store updates typically drop at about 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, but the daily, you know, but challenges for whatever reason reset at 8 p.m. Eastern time now, and I mean, there's definitely no way to change it or customize it, but I don't know if they will change it, maybe move it back to the AM. It is a little bit confusing with the store updating at one time, and we're just being used to that time, and then now it's randomly 8 p.m. Eastern. But to answer your specific question, no, you're not going to be able to change it. How do you stop goal line run into crossing route schemes? So I'm guessing you mean like somebody comes out in goal line, or they're on the goal line and it looks like a run and they do some crossing routes. I mean, with those, you're typically going to either have to get pressure so they can't let those routes develop. You're going to have to go with hard flats. Hard flats can typically take away, you know, like crossing, especially if it's right after the line of scrimmage, like it's, you know, two tight ends kind of crossing each other there. But pressure for sure, just kind of being a better user, right? Getting used to those tendencies and being prepared for those things, and just trying to fake your opponent out. So maybe they think you're covering one guy and you switch to the other, or stay with the same person when they think you're going to switch to the other. But pressure would definitely be the, you know, the fix to a lot of things if you can get home and get to the quarterback. Jaden says, what program are you most excited for? I mean, at the end of the day, it's got to be Zero Chill. We're still a very far ways away from that, but Zero Chill every single year is always so great. It's loaded with content. It's like a month long. It's around the holiday season. So definitely that. But I mean, just thinking ahead here, we know that Campus Heroes is eventually coming. We should have an Ultimate Kickoff promo. So we got those things to look forward to. Talked about Wildcard Wednesday a moment ago. Can't wait to see what we get for that. And then we got, you know, Harvest and Most Feared, the big holiday promos with Thanksgiving and Halloween. So a lot to look forward to, but specifically it's got to be Zero Chill. Army Veteran says, I've been away from MUT for 2 years and I was a decent player before, but I'm so rusty and can barely pull out a few wins out of 10 games. Can't win on legendary solo battles. What are my recommendations to get 200 points in a competitive pass? So I kind of said it earlier, I think head-to-head seasons is probably the easiest game mode so far this year. As far as legendary solo battles, I am going to be putting out, and I know I'm kind of promoting another video here, but very, very soon, probably early next week after I get back from vacation, we will be dropping a video on like a way to beat any solo challenge in 3 plays. 1 on defense, a run play on offense, and a pass play on offense. So stay for that, or look out for that. On legendary solos, you really have to play ball control and just really be very meticulous as you drive down the field and as you run the ball. Just limit your mistakes and keep the ball out of the computer's hands. Don't let them score points, basically. And that's really the advice I have now, but very soon be on the lookout for that video. And I think the final question here from Joe House, I need help. I'm an absolute garbage player. I'm not laughing at you. I think we all just feel like that sometimes. Like, it's so deflating when we get beat online. You just feel like the worst person in the world. And he basically saying, yo, I need some help. What can I do to get better? We talked about huddle.gg. If you're not, looking to pay for any schemes, and I totally get that. I don't want you guys to do it if you can't. Check out those free tips that we showed you there. Look up offensive schemes on YouTube. Back in the day, Madden 15, 14, 13, before I really got into YouTube, that was something that I did. I would pick a playbook or a playbook that I kind of liked already, and I'd go on YouTube and search a scheme for that specific one. And if it catered to the playbook I was in, I could pick it up easily. So look for video tutorials. There's a lot of help out there on gameplay. I'd recommend Zan Madden as well. He's very good when it comes to gameplay. And stay tuned. We're going to try to do some mini schemes and things like that. Some will be on my second channel, so make sure you're subscribed there. But that's all I got for now. We answered all the questions. I didn't think I would be able to get to them. Again, if you submitted a question after I recorded this video, you'll have to wait until the next episode, which will be coming sometime next week. Thank you for watching. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.